Atlanta News First.
Tonight, Georgia's Jewish community mourning the death of 6 hostages killed, including one with ties to Atlanta.
Well, the family of 23-year-old Hirsch Goldberg, Poland, attend an Atlanta synagogue. They were in Jerusalem today for an emotional homegoing ceremony, hoping his death will provoke the safe return of the remaining hostages.
Atlanta News First reporter Patrick Quinn, he joins us from the Morningside neighborhood in Atlanta. Patrick, the community has really rallied around this family.
And Sean, the community here, they say they're going to continue to rally, for they want all hostages returned home safely. Now, the Jewish community here, they've set up a tribute inside for Hirsch Goldberg, Poland. He had family members who were congregants here, and I'm told he was a happy-go-lucky kid. He was a camp counselor in North Georgia, and Rabbi Ari Kamen here told me that Hirsch, his life mattered, his death matters too.
We failed him. The loss is that I really believed he was going to be home.
Through tears, Rabbi Ari came inside the congregation Shearith Israel in Atlanta, echoing the emotional words from Hirsch's dad 6,000 miles away.
Hirsch, we failed you.
In Jerusalem, John Poland, at his son's funeral, as hundreds mourn the loss of the 23-year-old Israeli American. Goldberg, Poland, was one of 6 hostages found dead this weekend, discovered in a tunnel after being taken by Hamas nearly a year ago.
The Jewish people, we are feeling vulnerable and we are feeling scared.
Inside this Atlanta synagogue, a table set for Shabbat, with 3 honorary place settings for 3 Israeli hostages with ties to this community, including Hirsch, whose cousins are congregants here. Hirsch, also growing up, was a counselor at a Passover camp in North Georgia.
He had this insatiable love of life. You could see it whenever you talked with him.
Now centered in this synagogue, a running count of the number of hostages released, still in captivity and killed. Hirsch's death not yet reflected.
For the rest of the hostages, I'm still praying that there's a seat at a Shabbat table for them that they will come home to.
Rabbi Kamen was in Israel in July with Hirsch's family in what they called a week of goodness. Today, Hirsch's mom in Jerusalem, overwhelmed by grief. Her son was not saved, but for her, he's no longer shackled.
Finally, my sweet boy, finally, you're free.
Hirsch's family hoping while his life could not be saved, maybe his death will help lead to a hostage deal, freeing others, and finally closing this conflict.
When we pray for them to come home, we mean now. And that hasn't changed from day one until now.
And Rabbi Kamen, he said that Hirsch loved geography, loved soccer, and loved to read. They will continue to honor his life at a service here tomorrow night. In the Morningside neighborhood of Atlanta, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.